love his compassion is probably number one for me, and his empathy. He's so good at hearing people and meeting them where they're at. And I think he did that for me as a friend for a long time before he ever did it for me as a partner. And he really hears what you're saying, digests it, and is able to offer feedback that's helpful if you want help, but also sometimes he's just there to listen.
For me, one thing I really, really love about Taylor is her compassion, but also I think followed up with that is her drive and hunger to serve. I think that seeing that in another person has really inspired me to be more of a servant in general in life with her the way she serves her family, her friends. Sometimes she does it to a fault, to the point where I have to tell her, like, we're talking about you. Today, it's about you. We know how Black women are. A lot of Black women sacrifice everything for everybody around them, and then they, they're left on E. You know what I mean? But I really appreciate that because it gives you the ability to realize that it's not always about you.
One of the main things I love about her is that she cares. She is a very caring person for the world, for what's going on in the world, for her family, for her friends.
He just wants people to do their absolute best. He wants to offer his best. He wants to give his best. He's not the type to come and sit and cry with you. That's something I would do.
Definitely what you want.
Absolutely, I would do that. He's coming to ask, okay, does the house need to be cleaned? Does someone need to go get food? Do we need to gas up the cars? What needs to be done? How can I take care of you in this moment? So it's not like you have to, it's not like there's an outspoken I need. It's I'ma observe, I'ma see where the gaps are, and I'ma fill it in. So he always tries to do his best, and I guess in the same way he shows that he cares too.
I think I love how outside of the box he thinks about things. I think by virtue of what he does professionally in art and public space and stuff, he's sort of reimagining things all the time. And I think as somebody who's a very linear thinker, having somebody who challenges me, pushes me to think about things in ways that I wouldn't naturally, if I had to choose one thing.
How tender he is. I know a lot of people see him as a sort of strong, passionate, courageous person, which he is, but I think tender and being just generous with his energy and kindness with people is something that you don't always see in people, and I feel privileged to be able to come home to that and see that I can be sort of a safe space for him to be tender. And particularly as Black men, we don't often have that. And I'm grateful for that. And, especially in times where things just get tough, it's nice to feel like he's like a pillow.
If it was just love is not always enough. On the hard days,
Take your time.
On the hard days, sometimes love isn't enough to sustain you.
Oof, it's like a roller coaster a bit, because a lot of it was intentional. You have to make the intentional decision to get married.
Two are becoming one, but it's not like a seamless situation all the time. I didn't really see successful marriages. My mom and dad were together for 13 years, but they were never married. It's not that I don't want to do it. I know 100% that this is what I want to do. My worry is that, will I be able to sustain it?
So much of what I think brings people unhappiness in their life is this idea of what it's supposed to be. It's easy to go to a nice dinner with somebody. That's easy. Hopefully that's not a mess. But when there's conflict, which is necessary in a relationship, how do you navigate that? How do you do it in a way that is healthy and generative, and not in a way that's about tearing the other person down?
The intentional choice of saying, I'm your person, you're my person. We're gonna stay each other's people, even though we're so incredibly different. That really helped when it came to the big life shifts.
Even when you wake up and it's today I can't stand you, but you're my person and you're my friend and I want to see you win.
He's not the exact person that he was when I met him. I'm not the exact, person, recognizing that things shouldn't stay static, and he shouldn't stay static.
There are times where I feel like his cup might be empty, and so I leave him a Post-it note, right? In the bathroom, by his dresser, on his water, wherever. Reminding him that I love him, I'm proud of him, I'm grateful for the sacrifices that he makes for our family. If no one else sees you, I see you.
While you're doing all these things, it's important for you to stop, slow down, and say, we're allowed and we have the right to take this time for each other. Because it started out with just me and you.
Not to say we never had a fight, never had a time where we had to look at you and be like, for real?
There's something wrong with
for,
you.
For real?
Yeah.
But we always do. It was like, hey, we gonna get through this together. We're gonna get it through it together, and we're gonna work it out. We're gonna figure it out, and that's how we make it.
And then, so can you elaborate a little bit more on what made you propose? Like, what was your headspace like?
I mean, how could